Well, here we are again. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another restoration video. Before we start, as always, I'd just like to thank all my subscribers, old and new. Thanks very much for watching my videos, and thanks for all your comments and advice. It's all much appreciated, so thank you very much for that. Okay, so on to this week's restoration. Now, I started off, it's going to be, it is not going to be, it is a Leyland Octopus, and it was a tanker. When I bought a job lot, it was a tanker, but the tank was missing off the back, and it was just the chassis cab. And this was one of the last tankers I think that they did, because it had glazed windows. And by this book, it says they were introduced in July 1963, and the original price was 11 and 6. But anyway, this one, I suppose you could say, I suppose it's a bit of a code 3. There's a bit of modern, or more modern, on the old, as you'll see later on in the video. So I've done it to the colours I wanted, and that's the colours I like, is what I've done it, and I've done a couple of little things to it extra. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video, and as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, see how I got on with this one. Oh, and don't worry, Bob, Corgi Bob, if you're watching this, you're quite welcome to use my words or whatever, my little slogans or whatever. I'm quite happy for you to use them, so yeah, don't worry, you won't get any copyright claims against you. Okay, let's get on with this one, see how I got on. Right, let's take a closer look at this one. Now this is one I picked up in a job lot. Just the chassis cab, the tank's missing. Right, so she's a Leyland Octopus, made in England, McKenna Limited, Dinky Super Toys. So it's basically chassis cab. It's got some yucky looking stains on it. Don't know whether it's bird crap or coffee stains or what the hell it is. I dread to think anyway. Doesn't really matter, it'll all come off in the caustic soda. So she's got the spare wheel on. That's going to be modified a bit. That's riveted on at the moment. I'm going to probably change that to a nut and bolt, small one. The tyres are all cracked, and I don't think any of them are really any good. See, they all got cracks in them. I have got some new ones. The base is a bit bent inwards, but there's nothing, we can sort that out. The glass is a little bit scratched and scuffed, but hopefully it should come up alright. There's a few cobwebs inside. This wheel here is well and truly chipped. I don't know if you can see that, there's quite a few chunks out of it. I have got a couple of other wheels. I think they'll match, but I think there's just one on the axle that's any good. The other one is cracked and broken, chipped as well, so I'll have to make the best of that. So yeah, it's not a bad model actually, it's all pretty straight. So what I'm going to do with that, the hook's bent and I might be able to straighten that as well. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, what I'm going to do with that, this is a proper Dinky toys. I have bought on eBay this back with the chains on. I like this back, but this is, I think, one of those Atlas Dinkies, so it's the back off one of those, but it's the same as what should go on there. You see, it fits perfect, and it's got such a nice paint job on it. I don't really want to repaint that, so I'm probably going to leave that as it is. The paint I've got probably won't quite match for the cab, but it's going to be green as well. I think I'll do it green with a white roof possibly, and I think I'm going to do the chassis red, so pretty much close to Eddie Stoward's colours. It's just that, you know, you remember I showed you my ERF on one of the videos. That was green, and I do like the green colour with a red chassis. I think it really goes well for these models, so that's the reason why I want to do that. I might not even do the roof white, I don't know, I'll see. I'll have to think about that one. But anyway, I got I don't know, 2 or 3 barrels here, I think, wooden barrels in my box, so they can go on there. They look quite nice on there. So that's the plan with that anyway. So next step, I guess, is just to take the base off. I'm not too bloody sure. Oh well, it's just, yeah, it's just the axle that's holding it in, isn't it? On this axle here is holding that base on. Once this axle's out, that base should come out, because it's just like hooked. Well, it's not even quite a groove, is it? It's just, you know, it just hooks in there and bends over. So that should come out, no trouble. I've got to take all the axles off anyway, so. Oh, I think I have anyway, and I'm going to spray the wheels red as well. I'll have to take the back one off because I need to replace the wheel. But the wheels I want to be red as well. So, okay, so that's what we're going to do. Take the wheels, the axles off, and then it'll be for the caustic soda. But not that bit. Okay. Right, now I'm going to get this axle off. I'll put a bit of plastic over the wheel, and I'm going to use this Dremel grinding stone. Off. Okay, well, I'm going to do the same with the others, and then I'll come back to you. Well, we can take this piece off now, so that just sort of slots in there, see? Just a little tab on there, slots in there. See, doesn't go all the way across the bumper, just goes a little way. Right, okay, so I'll get the rest of these axles off. Yeah, I'll do that and then we'll see what's what. Okay, take these tyres off, they're pretty naff. I might hang on to them because I could super glue that and use them if I was desperate for tyres. So some of them are okay, I think. Well, they're a bit cracked or perished, but oh, I can't get that bugger off. There you go. Yeah, they're a bit brittle, but that one's not too bad. This one's in it, I think. Like I say, I can try and super glue it, they'll do it a push. Right. That's the wheel that's a bit chewed up. I think I've got a wheel in here. That one's knackered. This one has got a chip out of it, but it's not quite as bad as the one that this one. Not quite the same colour either. But I'm painting them anyway, so it doesn't matter, so I might use this one. Right. Okay. Right, well my drill's flat now, so I can't drill out this window. So I'll have to come back to you with that. And my drill battery's charged. Okay. Right, taking the tyre off that, so it's just like a offer wheel if you like. The tyre just goes over that square bit by the hook. I've straightened the hook up a little bit. So I want to try and drill this out. I've done it with a small drill just to get it started. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, let's go. Mustn't sort of do it. Ouch. Got tangled in my camera then with the drill. I mustn't sort of. Okay. I think that's about it. Maybe not. It's coming. It's a coming. Got these ruddy safety glasses on, I can't see a thing. There's still part of that rivet on it, that's the trouble. Gradually coming. Ay. I'll have to just, I'm going to keep plugging away at that and try and get it out. I might need to chip away at that a little bit because there's still some of the rivet left in there. Okay, I'll come back to you when it's done. Right, okay, well I've had a job to get that out and I've kind of cracked it a bit, but luckily it hasn't cracked. It's cracked a little bit down there. There is already a little tiny crack in there. You can't, I don't know if you can see it there, that was already there, but I've had to grind that rivet inside because it was like a little pointy rivet, and I tried to make it like a thing with my cinder punch, and I think that's how I've cracked it. But yeah, like I say, that bit it doesn't matter because there's no window in the back. I've got some grind marks on it. And yeah, this big crack that comes from the middle, I've drilled that hole out a little bit more now so that it fits back in okay with the 5-second fix. Yeah, those cracks, they don't go, that one goes down the middle where the pillar is there, so you shouldn't notice it. And those back ones, well, they're fine, but I'll put some 5-second fix over that when I put it back, quite a bit in there to hold it. So hopefully you shouldn't notice it, but a right pig to get out. I've got the spare wheel off. That's all it is, it's that little piece. So I'm going to put a little screw through that, and I'll straighten this hook up a bit. I've already said that, haven't I? So basically that's all ready for the caustic soda. So the main chassis and cab, and then that base for the front wheels. Yeah, that's it. I think the axles are all the same length. I've just got to be careful because the two front wheels are different pattern to the back wheels. Actually that one is, I don't know, there, yeah, that way it goes, yeah. Now where's these front wheels? See, they're slightly different pattern. I don't know if you can see that. That's a back wheel, and that's a back wheel, that's a front wheel, and it's got these little hollows around the outside on the front wheels. So I mustn't mix those up. Okay, so that'll go in the poor man's washing machine, and these bits in the caustic soda. The axles I'll clean up with sandpaper and the wire brush, and a bit of polish. So the windscreen can go in the poor man's washing machine as well. Okay, so next step, caustic soda. Okay, we'll catch you in a bit. Right, that's the boiling water in. Oh, jeepers, I'm dropping everything on the floor. Now for the caustic soda. There we go. Okay, here we go. Fizzing away nicely, but not much of a colour change. It's coming off slowly, but it's not great. Right, okay, I'm going to leave that in there for a bit, and then I'll come back to you when it's all cleaned and wire wooled and wire brushed and wire wheeled. Okay. Right, well that's all cleaned up, wire wheeled. It's the base just tin that needs to be sprayed black. I've done quite a bit of filing and sanding with wet and dry on the top of the cab because I had some really deep scores. There's still some there, but I don't want to take any more off because it's starting to change the shape of the roof. So I've done quite a bit, and I've done the edges of some of these mud guards, but some of these chips are so deep that if I do file them all out, then the mud guard's going to be way out of shape. And if you can see, it'd be too much really to file off. So she's going to have a few battle scars. I've filed the bumpers a bit. Actually I need to sand that, but yeah, I filed the bumpers a bit because they were really deeply gouged on each edges where it's obviously it's been dropped over the years. So I filed that. Like I say, I'm just going to give it a bit of a sandpaper with wet and dry, smooth it off a little bit more, and then I'm going to go out and paint it. I'm going to prime this one, so I'll prime it outside and then I'll come back to you when it's done. Okay, catch you in a bit. Okie doke, that's it, prime it up and ready for the first coat of paint for the chassis. So I'm going to do the chassis red. Okay, I'm going to go out and do that. Okay, so I've just sprayed that red on the chassis, so I'm going to leave that dry now for a couple of days because I'll have to mask all that off. I've done the bumper as well because I think I'll leave that red. Okay, so I'll catch you when it's masking time. Okay, so I'll catch you when it's all masked off and ready to paint again. See you in a minute. Okay, so I've masked this off. I've masked off the bits I want to keep red, and I'm going to go and spray the green on the cab. Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. When it's dry I'll have to mask off and do the roof. Okay, catch you in a bit. Okay, so she's masked off to do the roof white now. I've just shoved a bit of lacquer around the tape to make like a seal, so hopefully it won't bleed through. Okie dokie. Okie doke, that's it, back from the paint shop, the big outside paint shop. So that's that done now, so I've lacquered it. I've got to do detailing the front grille. Yeah, so going to get on with that. Well, won't be tonight, it'll be tomorrow now, and then I'll come back to you when it's done. Okay. Okay, so I've got one of the axles in the drill. So I'm just going to put that up. Sandpaper, and then I'll polish it after the rotor itself. My drill's going flat. Paper's getting a bit buggered, but doesn't matter, I've got plenty more. Anyway, that's how I do it. You get a gist of that. I suppose many of you have seen me do it before, but a lot of other stores. So I do it like this first, and then I use the overcell on it. Try and get the axles nice and gleaming. Now my battery's going flat, so that'll be the end of that for a little while. Okie dokie. Okay, so I've got these wheels now. I'm going to put the tyres on. Now, I think these are... Oh, bugger. Okay, I'm going to put these tyres on. Definitely, these must be the two front ones, I think. Okay, I think I'm going to have to soak them in boiling water because they're very tight. Okay, here goes. Let's see. Well, that's a little bit better. A little bit easier. Right, that's the front ones. Whoopsie. That's me kitchen paper all soaked. Never mind. It'll all be dry by tomorrow. I won't be doing much more tonight. Okay, well that's it. That's the tyres on. Right, I'm going to pin these axles over. That one. That one. Okay, that's that one. Right, so before I put the final axle on, I'm going to have to put the windscreen in and the base plate on. So the windscreen's probably going to have to be glued in, so I might use the 5-second fix for that. Okay, I got some out the tube in the end. There's hardly any left, so that's well, not very good, eh? Okay, I'll try and put a bit on there. Around inside there, like that off, and then put the old light on it. That should do. Right, so you put this wheel on there. Now this is quite simply just got to go this tongue in that little groove there, drop him in there, then this one will go through there and hold that plate in. Now I didn't have all the chunky tyres, I just had 6 of those, and then I got these 2. So I thought twin steer, you want to smooth the tyres there on the inside. So I'm going to pin that over now, so I'll come back to you when that's done. You've seen me do the others, so you don't need to see me do this one. Okie doke. Right, okay, that's done. That's all on. Next we're going to put the body on. Now, like I said before, this body was off an Atlas Dinky, and I bought it on eBay, and the paint job is a nice paint job on it. It was a bit daft to have gone and stripped it all down. It's a very slightly different shade to the cab, but I'm not too bothered about that because that's the sort of thing that these lorries will like sometimes. So I'm going to use it as it is. So these 2 pieces here fit into those 2 slots there, like that. There you go, and then that goes down on there. Now, there was a rivet in this hole in the back here before for the spare wheel. Well, that, I say spare wheel, it's like half a wheel. I was going to put a screw or a nut and bolt, a small one, and I couldn't find one small enough. So what I've done, I've got this pop rivet, which is the right length, and I've put it in the drill and turned it and put the file on it, and I've filed the head down and I've filed the shank down to fit in the hole. And this little rivet here, which is like the ones you buy for doing the Matchbox cars, it fits in there, it fits in the hole of that one, like that, see. So what I'll do, I'll use this rivet in there, and then I'll push that one through from the other side to hold this piece of wheel on. So that's what I'm going to do here. So let's have a look at that. So I'll get this one and I'll put it through the hole. There she goes. Lines up quite nice. Now, gotta be careful here because I don't want to chip it all or scratch it all. So where's my little spiky tool? So what I need to do is put a bit of super glue in there. Right, just make sure it's coming out. So she's coming out. There, that should be enough. Now I'm going to put that on there. Oh. Oh, easier said than done. Yeah, it's stuck to my bloody finger. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there like that for a bit to dry before we put the tyre on. Okay, that's it. I've put the tyre on. Just put it in hot water so that it's easy to put on. So that's alright. Now, right, so what I've done, I've stuck some of these stirrers to some card, these Costa stirrers, and I'm going to put that on there to make a nice wooden planking floor. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to varnish it before I put that on. Right, okay, I'm going to do that now. There, that's the back on the wooden floor, all varnished and fixed on. Right, what I've done, I've printed some transfers, decals, whatever you want to call them, printed some out for this lorry. So it's Crapo Transport I thought I'd put on this one, being as it's not original, because obviously it was a tanker to start with. Phone number, so that's our old phone number from this house from years ago, which was Central 21701 in the old telephone exchanges. And I put CT, standing for Crapo Transport, and I printed that out. I did some, this is on clear transfer paper, and I also did some on the white background one, because I think you never know, in the future I might want some, you know, on another project. So what I did, I lacquered them as soon as I printed them. I put about 4 coats of lacquer on, and then I dried them in the hairdryer. And with it on the heat, I find that it is better doing that on these transfers than leaving them dry naturally for 24 hours or whatever. I used to leave them for 24 hours, but one day I was a bit impatient. I thought, I'll sod it, I'm going to dry it with the hairdryer, because I had seen on eBay, one of the places that sold the transfer paper said, you know, you can either leave them dry naturally or dry them with a hairdryer. So I thought, well, I'm going to dry them with a hairdryer, and I found they work really a lot better, because, you know, I'm sure most of you by now will know that me and transfers and decals, we don't really get on very well together. And anyway, I've done that with these, dried them with a hairdryer, and I've actually put them on. As you can see, I printed quite a few. I've got loads more, so I printed a whole load of them, and you know, because I always have trouble. And I've put them on the lorry, and they've all gone on first time. Every one of them went on first time. The only thing is, with these ones here, I put them on the side, but because it was on the clear transfer paper, they've come out black, and the phone number on the door, you can't see it, so small. I could have made it a little bit bigger actually, but yeah, they've come out sort of black. So you know, there's the one on the other side, slightly better. That one has come out all right. So I didn't really want to put the white on there. I could have done a green background, but then it wouldn't have matched 100%, so I think it's probably better as it is there. Right, okay, so that's that. So here we are, the end of another video, another model. So saved from the Dinky scrapyard in the sky, I suppose. Would you say that? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm quite pleased with the way it's turned out. I mean, before I put the body on and I first sprayed it and I did the roof, I thought to myself, oh my god, it looks like one of those Marks and Spencer's Christmas slices with the icing on the top. But since finishing it, you know, doing all the rest of it, I think it's turned out rather nice. Shame about the cracks. There's some cracks that are in the window there. I couldn't, you know, I sanded them down as it is with wet and dry, and I couldn't do a lot more. I'm sure they're trying to get a new glass. You know, how far do you go? I could have got a new glass, I suppose. But anyway, it's a lot better than it was. And I didn't worry too much with it, because it's sort of a bit of a code 3, isn't it? Because it was a tanker to start off with. You know, I didn't worry too much. That's why I put the Crapo Transport on, because I thought it's not original anyway. So, you know, I've changed it, so sod it. That's what I'm going to do, and that's what I've done. And the same with the floor on there. And I don't know if you noticed in the video when I was putting the back on and putting that wheel on, I had my finger on this side over the rivet. Of course, me in my wisdom, not thinking, putting all the glue in this side, it's going straight through the hole in the middle of the rivet onto my finger, so my finger's stuck to the body. But anyway, I wanted to put the wood on, so it didn't, you know, it didn't really matter too much. Right, so that's it then. Another model complete. Another video. So really all there is to do is to say thank you to everybody for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. And you know, I'm going to do some outdoor shots because it's not raining now, so I'm going to go out there and do a few outdoor shots, and then we'll give ourselves a little reminder of what she was like before on the old turntable, and then we'll see it going round now on the turntable as well. And yeah, and that'll be it. So I'm going to go upstairs now and muck around with my accordion and try and you know, get another tune together to record it, and have a different tune on the intro. So yeah, like I say, thanks very much for watching, and if you have enjoyed it, please join me again next week for another video, another restoration. So until this time next week, I hope you all stay safe, take care, and ta-ra for now. Cheerio.